Yo everybody, this is Rock with the Great, aka the Toy Bookie, everybody's favorite diorama maker, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to make your own Camp Crystal Lake sign so you could save money on that NECA Toys one. Now, I didn't realize the NECA Toys Camp Crystal Lake accessory set from NECA Toys, that thing skyrocketed in prices, and it was selling for around $100 last time I saw it. I saw some sell for even over $100. And what I like to do on this channel is I like to make cool stuff, and I like to save money, and I like to have really fun, easy projects. Now, this project I would say is easy to middle difficulty. I think you're going to be able to do this one. I actually made a few of these Camp Crystal Lake signs because I was in the mode and I was making them, and so I said, why not make a few of them? And I am very happy. I owned the NECA Toys one, and I think that one's great. I love NECA Toys. Everyone knows that, whoever watches my live streams or the channel enough. But I thought, let's make this cool craft project because this is something people actually want, and it's something people could actually make for nothing. It's just a bunch of foam and a few pieces here and there. So we're going to go through all this. I have a full tutorial. It's going to teach you. You're going to step by step how to make this, and I hope you guys have fun and enjoy. Now, what you're going to need is just some XPS foam. You could use the dollar store foam. I actually have the dollar store foam in this project, and I also have the little bit thicker foam from Hobby Lobby. Now, they have this type of foam at Walmart. It's like a poster board, and you just remember, you always peel the paper away, and once you peel the paper away, you have that nice foam underneath it. Now, the foam from Hobby Lobby, it's a little bit thicker, so I thought it would make good wooden planks, because the dollar store foam, you would probably have to double it up if you were going to use that for this project. But we do use the dollar store foam for the sign itself, the Camp Crystal Lake sign that hangs. This is a working, movable, hanging sign with real little chains. You can find these chains at Hobby Lobby, Michael's. They're in the scrapbooking section or the necklace making section. You could buy, like, for $2 you can get like every color in chains. And I've been using these chains for years. I've had this since maybe 5 years now, and I use it for little different projects. So a hot glue gun, some foam, some cheap dollar paint or 50-cent paint from Walmart, and let's get to it. So first off, you're going to want to find a Camp Crystal Lake sign that you're going to print out on your computer on piece of paper, because you're going to use this instead of hand painting it. Now, I have a whole video on just doing paper accessories, so I won't go into detail. Go check out that video. It's very helpful, and I get a lot of feedback from it. People like it, so definitely go check that out. I just printed it out on normal paper, and you don't need anything fancy, no fancy printer. What we're going to do is cut it out. I left some space around it. I didn't cut it out fully to the sign because we're going to paint, you'll see later, we're going to paint around it actual yellow paint, so it's going to blend in the paper and it's going to look like natural. It's going to look like a real plastic or wooden metal sign. Next, we are going to be doing the planks of wood that will hold up the sign, and this is that thicker Hobby Lobby foam. This stuff is really good. I've used this for a lot of projects. I would recommend this. No one really uses this that I've seen. It's a different type of foam, but it still works like how you do foam with the other stuff. You know, like with you can engrave it, you can cut it easy, but it feels like it's a different style of foam than the XPS and the dollar store foam. So I can't really explain it, but it's different and the same in different ways. I don't know. Definitely try it out. For yourself, I would recommend it. Next up, we're going to be scaling the size of the planks of wood that we are going to be using to make the sign, and the easiest way to scale your dioramas or accessories are just have the figure you want the thing to match, and there's no better way to scale it than if you actually have the figure in hand and you can see how it looks next to the figure. So here I'm just sizing it up, seeing where I want to put it, and seeing where what's the good height. As you can see, I marked off a piece, and then I just cut from that piece just little planks of wood, and this is trial and error, so you could just, whatever you want to scale it to, if you want to scale it bigger or smaller depending on what figures you're doing this for, because they have different scales of Jason figures, but this is for the NECA figure, and I scaled it pretty well, and it looks almost identical to the one that NECA gives you. Once I have the first plank cut out, I just put it right on top of the foam and I cut out around it so I can get a similar size without having to measure anything. Again, on these tutorials, I'm always trying to do the easiest, fastest way to do the craft because, you know, it's fun, but you also don't want to spend too much time on your craft because then it gets, you know, it starts getting into other territories. I like keeping everything quick, yet looking great. I'm still sizing everything, but I still wanted to show you guys just in case anyone actually looks at the video and just copies what I'm doing in the video. That's probably what I would do. So everything, just keep visualizing it. Scale it, visualize it, see what works for you, see where things should go. As you can see, I'm trying to work on the top plank of wood right now. And literally all I just did was like, okay, that looks good. I'm going to make little marks and then you cut. I don't measure anything normally. I try to just go by eye because, again, I think I'm trying to save time. But maybe in the end, it's not saving time. But again, whatever works for you because, you know, the craft is all about having fun. And I have fun with these and I just wing it. And that's what's fun to me. If I started measuring things and I was being like a chemist or a scientist, then it's not fun. You know what I'm saying? But again, whatever works for you. Oh, hey! Enjoying that free content? Hit the like button, leave a comment down below, even if you have nothing to say. The YouTube algorithm would love it, and you'd be supporting my channel, so I could bring you more free content. Thanks for watching. Get back to the video. And you just glue the planks of wood together with the hot glue gun. I don't know why I'm missing some footage where I was gluing the other parts, but at least I got one part glued here. You could just kind of see it and imagine how I would glue it. But yeah, so I just glued the top onto the two bottom sticks, and it doesn't take too much. This foam is kind of thick, so it held the glue well, and it's a nice, pretty strong foam. Now is the fun part. We are going to be making the sign for the wood. Now all you're going to do is you take that dollar store foam, it's skinnier, and we take the dollar store foam, you rip the paper off so it's just foam, and we are going to be gluing, the paper of the sign, you know, the Camp Crystal Lake sign. We're going to be gluing that paper to this foam, and then don't cut all the way to, like, leave some space on the outside because we're going to be painting some of the outside of the sign yellow so it all blends in, and we're going to be painting all around the foam yellow so it makes it look like it's not printed out, and wait till you see, it's going to look like it's actually the sign and it's printed and it's plastic or wood or whatever you want for your, you know, display. It won't look like it's foam. I wasn't sure what I wanted to glue it on with, but I wound up going with, since it is paper, I wound up going with Elmer's glue, and it wound up working fine. So there might be other things you could use, maybe some sort of spray. No, the spray might eat the foam. But regardless, it turned out great, and so just regular Elmer's glue or, you know, dollar store glue, PVA glue, you know, like the kids stuff, it works perfectly. Let it fully dry, and then we're going to be, you'll see what we're going to be doing. Again, I've some lost footage. I don't know what's going on, but all I did was you could either, before I painted, as you see right here, I did wood grain into the wood. I made a little bit of wood grain design, so you could use a wire brush to make this. I have an in-depth tutorial in my tree video, so if you want to like know how, but just you could listen right now if you don't want to see it. You just either you could do this with a pen, you could just draw wood grain on the foam to make it look like wood, or you use a wire brush and it makes little lines in the wood. In the foam, and it looks like wood. And then what we're doing, I'm lightly dry brushing, since the foam is black. I'm just dry brushing brown, so the black will show through the brown, and it'll look like wood grain. But if you're using any other color than this, you might want to put black first down, so you could dry brush the brown on top of it. So I would recommend just painting it all black, the foam, and then just doing this light dry brush. Again, if you don't know what dry brushing is, it's when you lightly paint a color so it doesn't fully cover it and you see the underneath color. I have a whole video again on dry brushing on the channel, so if you need in-depth on that, you could go onto the channel and see it. And now that that's drying, we're going to be painting the sign finally. And all you did is you used a cheap paint. I just tried to find a paint that matched the printout paper color that I had, and it wound up matching perfectly. So I got very lucky here. But I'm sure you can get away with, if it doesn't match perfectly, you're not going to really be seeing it because it's just the edges of the sign. So I'm giving a bunch of paint base coats with on the foam. The back, I'm painting the top and the sides, so it looks like the whole thing is actually wood and it's all one piece instead of the paper. And I'm blending with the yellow, it blends in the paper so it doesn't look like you actually have paper glued to foam, and it all looks like one piece. So just try and give it a few coats until it starts looking pure like yellow, and it all should blend in. And mine worked perfectly, so yours should work perfectly too. We're almost there. Now, remember I was telling you about that chain from the hobby stores? We're going to you find that chain, the necklace chains. It's little metal pieces. You make sure, get the size that you want that makes it look like a nice chain. This is what I had on hand, so I use this. But again, whatever you're happy with, you could find a little chain somewhere, maybe from a keychain, use that. And all I did was hot glue the chain into the top and into the sign foam. It was that simple, and this chain actually cuts pretty easy, and I just measured everything with itself, and as you see I have the cutters. I just cut it, it snips, and then a little bit of hot glue dab on the top and a little bit of hot glue dab on the bottom, and that's all, and it worked out perfectly. And there we are. So simple, so easy, a very fun project that pretty much anyone could do. I would say this is pretty beginner. It just looks very not beginner. It looks very cool. You saved money. You didn't have to buy that NECA pack for $100, and I'm really happy with it. Owning both of these in hand, this one is just as good as the other one, and I'm very happy. And it's just like, what did it cost? Like a few dollars. It's so cool. That's just the fun part of this craft. You could just create all these cool things. And yeah, I don't know, I really don't have much to say. I want to thank the one Patreon I got so far. I really didn't promote my Patreon a lot, but I did get one Patreon. Thank you very much. I'll put the name up on the screen, and I have a Patreon now. If anyone wants to join, the link will be under this video down below. Join it. There'll be cool stuff. There'll be giveaways. There'll be free things that I put up and everything. It'll really be fun. There'll be videos, special videos up for there, and everything. If you're interested in the channel, it really helps support, and it'll only make any money I make on there will go right into the videos, so it'll only make these videos better and more, you know, the production value higher and everything. So thanks everybody. I'm out of here. Stay great, guys. This is Rocco the Great, aka the Toy Boogie, and I'm out of here. Peace. Hey guys, it's Rocco again. I just wanted to talk to everybody really quick and let everyone know on Wednesdays when I do my live streams, if you use any of my tutorials and make a diorama, or if you just want to show off your dioramas with, you know, some of the things you've learned on my channel, always hashtag ToyBookieDios on my Wednesday live streams on here. I usually check the hashtag and give people shout outs. We look at your work, and everyone likes it. It's a fun thing we do. So I know a lot of you guys send me messages saying, you know, I used your tutorial, thank you, and all this stuff. Use the hashtag, and I will start giving you guys some, you know, some attention. You can get maybe some followers and stuff, and it's just fun for everybody, and we get to see what everyone's doing with all this work, you know, in all these videos. So just wanted to jump in here. Use ToyBookieDios if you're doing any dioramas using my tutorials, and stay tuned on Wednesdays on my live streams to look and see if your work got featured. Thanks for watching. Alright, now back to the outro. Do you like toy photography? Do you like tricks and tips? Then follow me over at the Toy Bookie on Instagram. Are you into art? Graphic design? Sexy Rocco? Follow me at Rocco the Great. Bye. I'm just singing at the end of the video because YouTube likes 10-minute videos, and if your video doesn't reach 10 minutes, it thinks it's not good because it can't put ads on it. So this is the video song to elongate it at the end of the video so I could reach 10 minutes. In case my video's not 10 minutes, this song will help it get there. So this is the 10-minute song for YouTube. I hope they're happy, I hope they're cool dudes. This is the 10-minute video that YouTube wants. So this song, it just is meant to elongate the time that someone might watch this video. And even if somebody doesn't watch the video, the robots over at YouTube will think it's still a 10-minute video. So I'm just filling it with content so it could reach 10-minute videos. They're so fun for YouTube. They want to put more ads onto my video so they could send it to more people and make more money. It actually makes a lot of sense when you actually think of it, but then it's making people spend more time on their videos, and then once they're reaching those 10-minute videos and say they don't have actually 10 minutes worth of stuff to talk about, then they're just kind of faking and forcing out content that's longer than 10 minutes, and it's not really meant to be 10 minutes long, so they're just adding a lot of filler. So this is kind of that song that it is meant with the sole purpose of being filler for YouTube. If anyone's actually listening to this, I love you. Bye.